guys, it's been a minute since I made one of these POV drives. I think it's been over 2 years now. New car, new setup, new shit to talk about. I'm gonna be driving around a little bit, telling you about this car. This is a 2002 Z06 with quite a bit of work done to it. It's not like super fast or anything, but a lot of work has gone into this car. And it's my daily driver, so it gets me around and does what it needs to. And I also kind of beat the hell out of it because I just can't resist. But I got this GoPro here now. That should make this content thing a little smoother, a little more enjoyable to watch and record. So here we are, 2023, the year for growth, I hope. So let's see what we can get into. Don't mind all the check engine lights and dash lights. It's got some work that needs to be done on it. But with it being my daily driver, it's hard to get time to work on it and fix those things, but it drives fine. Check engine light is a knock sensor fault, I believe. I replaced the knock sensors when I put this new motor in it. This is an LS364, and yeah, so the knock sensors have been replaced, but it has a knock sensor fault, so I don't know if a wire got pinched or what, but it drives fine, and I just crossing my fingers that it's not knocking. Doesn't sound like it, doesn't feel like it, so we'll see. And then the traction control and ABS, as you can see, the button does nothing anymore. I think it's a wheel speed sensor. Again, it's probably a simple fix I just haven't gotten to. And it drives fine, and plus I turn traction control off anyway, so it just saves me a little bit of hassle from clicking a simple button. But hey, she's a beater and I love her. As you can see, it needs an alignment pretty bad. This is straight, and it wants to pull to the right when I let go, so obviously it needs an alignment. I went to one drift event, my first drift event in this thing, and luckily I drove it back in one piece, but I did spin off course a couple times, and that's why the alignment is off. It was straight before, but I drove it back in one piece, so I'll take that as a W. So, this is the car from the outside. Freshly washed. First time I washed it in like almost 2 months. But it doesn't clean up too bad when she shined up. It definitely could use a detail. But from a distance, she's sitting pretty good, I think. So here, I'll go over everything I have done to the car. This is a 2002 Z06. I have a 364 LS364 crate motor in this. which is a iron block 6.0. It's an LQ9 with the LS3 top end. Besides that, it's just got hot rod cam in it, some headers. I think they're excess power, which aren't the greatest, but it's what came on the car. It's what I'm using. I think it's an air raid intake, and that's pretty much it. Corsa, mufflers, X-pipe all the way back. No cats, no no resignators, and that's it. I got 275s up front and 265s in the rear. Some Kendas, if you know about them slidey boys, which these are actually on their way out at the moment. But there's not much to look at in the engine bay. It's filthy, don't mind that. Yeah, there she blows. Honestly, these headlights are one of my favorite things about the car. Shout out to Zach Calvin. I saw his videos, how he did it, and I thought it was a great idea. I didn't feel like spending $300 to $400 on some aftermarket headlights when these are $30 eBay light bars that I just wired in. I think they look pretty good. I get a lot of compliments on them. Besides that, it's just on some BC Racing coilovers and MGW short shifter, along with a Nardi steering wheel. And this car moves. It's not the fastest thing in the block, but it'll outrun most street cars. So yeah, there she is. I've gone through a lot with this car. I had to put the new motor in it due to oil consumption issues with the LS6 that came stock in this. And it being my daily driver, I needed this car running and back on the road. I was borrowing a car from someone and I felt awful doing that. So instead of waiting another month to 2 months on the motor to get back from the machine shop, I went ahead and just put this crate motor in there. It was relatively cheap. It still made some good power. It's an iron block, which means it can handle boost. It's a possibility in the future, but I'm not looking into that yet. I'm just trying to get this thing sliding. I have an angle kit at the house. It's the FDF Race Shop Mini Mantis kit. I just haven't had a chance to put it in yet, but I'm going to soon. I've got a buddy with a shop. He's happy to have me over. I'm happy to have a friend like him that would be willing to help. So I'll probably make a video when that goes in. But until then, this is the beast. Not too much to it. But if you notice the license plate, you gotta respect that. I get compliments on that thing too. But besides that, we're in the middle of Mexico, as you can see. I think this is some time to get some good footage of this thing in action, doing what I love doing most with it. And that would be sliding. Let's let this thing cool off. So, you guys didn't get the chance to see what the car looks like with all the lights on. Here she is. Not too bad for a 20-year-old car. 21-year-old car now. But I was gonna continue sliding to show you guys some more, but our tires aren't looking too good. I don't know if you could see in there, but that's wire showing. I mean, that'll cut my hand if I run along it. So unfortunately, that'll be the end for today. Or will it? Now it's the end. This car's a wee bit low. First picture, look at that. Gosh, I love these lights. One of the most underrated mods in my opinion. I always like to get pictures, landscape and portrait. That way it gives you can use it on your iPhone and desktop at the same time.
Bitch, I'm from that murder block. Don't give a fuck about getting caught.